Minecraft channel. This is Tyra. I thought I would show you how I am going to frame, or already have started on framing, the 4 seasons with special drills. You can see this one is not framed yet. Nice and sparkly. I have chosen to change out some of the stones on this one. There were black AB stones with it, but I just changed them out with ordinary black stones because just to tone it down a bit. I think it's just too much with all that bling bling, but I think it's really lovely now. So I'm going to frame that one, and then I have this one. I think that must be summer or perhaps fall. It doesn't really say. They're supposed to be 30 times 30 centimeters. They're not 30 times 30 centimeters. They're 24. The canvas from top to bottom is 30 times 10 centimeters, but they themselves are only 24 times 24 centimeters, and they're a bit off size. But I found in IKEA, the let's just see, these frames. They're called Ribba. They are from IKEA. In Denmark, they're around $8 a piece, and they are nice and fat. I like them. And I have framed 2 other paintings in them. In one of them, I have bought 4 of them, so one in each. And as you can see, they're a bit too small for the painting, but I didn't think that it's going to matter much. That it looks like something is coming in. That the butterfly's one wings are covered a bit. So yeah, this is the green one, or probably the spring, I would say. And then I have the winter one, which I really love. Again, in this one hasn't been covered up as much as the spring one. I'm sorry for all the glare, but I hope to be able to keep it down so you are able to see it. Again, I've chosen to change out some of the drills in it. Again, this one had AB drills, or white ones. I changed it out with the ordinary ones, and in the spring one there were green drills with it, AB drills, and I also changed them out and kept the other as they were. So yeah, but let's try and go into them. All of these came a bit folded. They do that when they are sent, and I don't know if you can see it yet, but there are some folds in them, and that's why I chose to do what I'm going to show now, just to be able to take them out. But first of all, we need to have this one unboxed and lift off the back side. With these ones, you need to be careful because when you take out, I can just see there's some sort of insert in it, which hasn't been done too well, so it's there's dust coming off of it, tree dust. So a bit annoying, but that's it. That's what you get when you don't want to pay a whole lot for it. So when you take these out, you can see down here that they are a bit dusty, so I just use a cloth and dry them off a bit away from the paintings and so on, so they're nice and clean when I've taken them off. The glass frame is not in glass, it's a ordinary plastic see-through see-through acrylic piece. So I just remove them every time like this, if I'm able to get it open. I've got no nails at the moment, so a bit difficult. And I always do that, I remove it halfway down and put it in, and then just continue with removing completely the front side, so I don't have to touch it with my fingers too much. Let it go into it, and then I use this part and just do like that. So now we got a crisp, fine new one. We need to put the insert back again, trying not to touch the sides too much. So just making sure that all of the pens are nice in there. So yeah, and I could just see, that's so typical that there's some dust over here also, but they're really dusty. So yeah, so this one is really nice. And then I have chosen to use the back side from the frame, or in the frame, to glue on the sheet, and I just measure it, and as I can see every time there are just room for it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's room for the drills, so you have to cut close to the side of it to be able to get all the drills with it. So first of all, we need to cut the canvas. I always cut them. I don't keep them. So I need to cut close into the diamonds and just down. Same thing over here, again close to the diamonds and cutting again. So approximately 1 centimeter I'm taking off. They're 24 as I said, so I'm taking around 1 centimeter off the canvas extra than you was supposed to do, but that's in order to be able to have them in the frame. And now you can see it's matching. So next step is to go outside, use the adhesive spray. I use just this one, a cheap one, and I'll be back. So I'm just going outside. One moment. So now I'm back again. Just went outside and put glue on the back side. When you frame this, you need to be aware that you've got this on the back side to hang it. So this would be where the top of the tree has to go, and this is where the bottom of the tree needs to go. So I just glue it on real carefully, press it down, and remember the places where you have been able to see the folds, you are now able just to take them away almost so they're not as visible as they were before. So now I'm just working with it, just making sure that they're not too easy to see. And I think that this is what I was looking for. And again, I'm not that concerned that it's a bit off and it's not totally straight in the sides, because I'm just going to put it down here, and I know that I had a extra piece around 1 centimeter all the way around, so which is going to cover it up. So just placing it down again, and yeah, and closing it shut like this. And turning it around, and you've got a new one. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with this one as well. And yeah, they do go a bit under, but I don't think it's anything that you're going to notice when you stand and look at them. So yeah, and the last one, I think I'm going to frame that as well. Now you've seen it once done, once before. So again, just taking the frame and opening it. I have saved these ones because if I want to use the frames for something else, they're always nice to have. If there's something else that I want to have in them rather than a diamond painting or another diamond painting or anything. So again, lifting this up, cleaning the sides on it, just to make sure all the dust has been removed. As you can see in this one, there's lots of dust. I don't know, yeah, you can see it here and here. There's dust all over on these ones. So sometimes it's probably also a good idea just to make sure there's no residue sitting on here. Again, lifting up both sides here and on the back as well, if I'm able to lift it. Need to grow on some nails again. Just been doing a lot of cleaning and so on, so my nails didn't survive. So yeah, removing it halfway down, putting it inside, holding it like this, avoid to touch it too much, letting it slide down. Use this one, the old plastic piece from the back side, and just letting it down. So, and we've got some residue here, but nothing on it. So then we need to take this one back down, if I'm able to do it. Just controlling that the pens are not in the way. Like this. Again, I'm able to see some dust all around. So just trying to remove as much as possible. Like this. So yeah, I think I've got all away. So now I've got a hair, and it is so typical that you come on, it's under. Okay, so that's okay. So now again we need to cut it, so I need to have this one here. So I'm just going to put this one aside and place the matting on top of it, seeing on how I need to cut it. This time I'm able to have more of the sides in it, but I need to cut into these sides. So yeah, so again, cutting the edge here. Here. So you can see I just cut some of the leaf off, and I think I'm going to have to do it the other way also. And here I think I had to cut it like this. So yeah, so let's have a look how that looks on top of it. Yeah, perfect. So again, just gluing, and I'm going to just glue it on. So going outside again, one moment being. So again, I'm back, and just went outside and glued it. I've been again careful that I've got it turned the right way up, and I'm going to glue my tree to cover and pressing it down, making sure that the creases are not visible. And you see I've got a hair in here from a dog, noticeable dog hair. And yeah, already this looks really nice. So taking out the frame and turning it around, putting it down, closing with all the pins, and yeah, and then the last one is done. So I'm trying to try and see if I can avoid all the glare. So again, a really cheap option to custom frames, and let's just see if I can put them all together so you're able to see them in a. I'm just going to take them. So now I just need to have them hung in my craft room. These are the first partial that I've ever framed, but I've always loved them, so I thought that I would just spend some frames on them and see how they were going to turn out, and I really love them. So rips. So this is the end result of them. I think it's going to look really good when they're hanged. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hope you were inspired. You are able to find the frames on IKEA homepage or in their stores. And yeah, I can link to some of the paintings below, because I think I bought them from some different sites. So have a browse around and see if you can find them somewhere. But if I have some links for them, I will post them below. Happy diamond painting, and have a really good day, evening, and talk to you in my next video. Bye for now.